to go into the Capitol. Into the Capitol.
What?
No! Peacefully.
Fed!
We are going to the Capitol, where our problems are. It's that direction. Please spread the word.
He's the only instigator that the January 6th committee has defended while they espouse their disdain for everyone else, and the FBI quickly removed him from the most wanted list in 2021.
So we hear this absurd whining about Ray Epps, who has absolutely nothing to do with any of it, and all of these conspiracy theory allegations have been debunked up and down.
That's weird. They hate everyone but him. There's another individual that may be even more intriguing than Ray Epps. The person of interest the internet has been calling Scaffold Commander. He too has never been indicted, and if you view the FBI's website for individuals wanted in connection to January 6th, he has never made a presence on that list. Yet he was identified as one of the first individuals to man a post at the breach site. He cut some of the fencing, and he eventually made his way to the scaffolding that was erected for the news media for the inauguration. For around 90 minutes, this person can be heard using his bullhorn and conducting psychological operations in the minds and ears, encouraging people to move forward, saying, "We need your help. We're going to fill up the Capitol."
Okay, we're in! We're in! Come on! We gotta fill up the Capitol! Come on! Come now! Come now! We need help! We're gonna fill up the Capitol! They got in! Come on! Move forward! Move forward! Climb up over the wall!
The Scaffold Commander, he's never been identified by the news media or law enforcement, but he has some interesting and potentially identifying facial features. We can't see his hair in the photo, but the Scaffold Commander, though slightly blurry, it still gives some potentially identifying features. One, his eyebrows gives us an indication potentially of his hair color. His eyebrows appear to be light in color. Two, I ran his photo through an app that clears blurry photos, and the app identified the color of his eyes. Three, the shape of his glasses. Four, in the original January 6th photo, there appears to be a small blemish or scar on his left cheek. And five, his bottom right teeth. Now, one of these features could be a coincidence, but when you add all of them together, it seems like it might warrant asking this person a few questions. How are investigations conducted into people of interest anyway? Many times it's based on matching physical descriptions, right? There is one progressive journalist who seems to have many of the same features as the Scaffold Commander. A journalist that despises Donald Trump and the MAGA movement.
Looking at our failure to impeach presidents who should be impeached, I've tried to take on big topics. And when I started working on this book, I was actually exploring the idea of writing a book about the Republican Party and trying to figure out how the party of Lincoln became the party of Trump.
Now, let's compare the vocal skills of this journalist to those of the January 6th Scaffold Commander.
Move forward! Fill up the bleachers! Save your country! Don't just stand there! Move forward!
I am here to welcome you, and I am here to welcome one of you, because Bernie Sanders is not separate from the people in this room.
Help somebody over the wall! Move forward! Come on, cowboy! Let's go, cowboy!
You demanded that it be someone who came from you, someone who you knew. You demanded that it be someone who has marched with you, someone who has rallied with you.
Don't just stand there! Move forward!
Is it him? I don't know, still tough to say, but he seems to be good at speaking and pumping up a crowd though. But when you start to compare his facial features, the argument becomes a little more compelling. Notice his eyebrows, notice his eye color, his glasses. Notice what appears to be a raise mark or scar on his left cheek, and finally his bottom teeth. I can't say for certain he is the man, but since he is the national Washington, D.C. correspondent for the news magazine The Nation, he also apparently retains a residence in D.C., which could potentially place him in the close proximity for being available that day. I don't know if the scaffold commander is John Nichols or not, but he sure looks like him.